What is up, everybody? So this is my series on 6 ratio questions you absolutely got to get down for the PSAT, SAT, and ACT. Share this with people who need it. And definitely leave a comment if you have any questions. Let's get into it. All right, so the strategies are really important. Let's take a look at this one. Here's what we have. A 24-inch steel pipe is cut into 2 parts. The first piece is 3 times as long as the second. What's the length in inches of the first piece? All right, so here's the deal. If you want to do this algebraically, you totally can. The thing is that here we're going to focus on the strategy. We will cover the algebra skill for this in another problem, but we really want to make sure you get the strategy down because it applies to so many different questions. So let's look at it. Here's what we have. We have a somewhat complicated looking word problem. And what do we see in the answer choices? Numbers. And guess what we can do? We can test the numbers to see which one's correct. And what do we start with? We always start with choice C for problems like this. So let's do that. So here's what it's asking. It's asking what is the length in inches of the first piece? And let's look at what it's saying. The first piece is 3 times as long as the second. So think about that, guys. The first piece is 3 times as long as the second. So the first piece is going to be the bigger of the two. So let's start with choice C. And what do we have? Answer choice C is 8. Now, here's the thing. If that piece is the first piece, and that's the bigger one, what do we need to know? The other piece is going to be the smaller one, so what do we have to do? We know that the bigger piece is 3 times as much as the smaller piece. So what do? We take the bigger piece and divide it by 3 and see what we get. Now, here's the thing. If we take 8 and divide it by 3, we don't even have to go that far. Why? Because it's not going to come out to a nice, neat whole number. And what are we supposed to get? The sum should come out to be 24. 8 over 3 is going to result in a decimal or a fraction. So what we should do is focus on ones that are divisible by 3. So let's take a look at the next one. Let's try answer choice D. And remember, you can go in either direction. Right now, we're just taking a guess and seeing which one works. So with answer choice D, we'd have 12. Now remember, this is the bigger of the 2 pieces. So we have 12. Now we'll divide 12 by 3, and what do we have? 4. So our 2 pieces are going to be 12 for the bigger one, 4 for the smaller one. We add those together, what do we get? 16. 16 is not what we're looking for. We're looking for 24. So guess what? It has to be answer choice E. And let's just show it to you to make sure it's clear. So answer choice E is 18. What are we going to do now? Let's divide that by 3, because remember, this is the piece that's 3 times as much as the smaller one. So 18 divided by 3 is 6. Our 2 pieces then are 18 and 6. We add those together, and look at that. We have 24. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Make sure to watch the rest of the videos in this series to get the help that you need for the PSAT, SAT, and ACT. And make sure to check out our other series. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, because this is obviously the best thing that's ever happened to SAT prep. There we go. And I love it. I think that's the one.